Now we're going to look at some huge words related to thinking and communication and this entire concept of language. Basically, the language is built out of letters. So that word letter is one of the biggest kingpin words in the entire story of God for the glory of His Son Jesus equals 8 at 8. Because ultimately, all words are composed of letters. All books are composed of letters. All writing and all speech is composed of letters. The letters are the building blocks of all of the words, all of the phrases, all of the sentences, all the books, the novels, everything under the sun. It's all letters arranged together. So let's first of all very carefully look at this word letter by itself to see the glory of God. Well, letter right off the bat adds to 80 perfectly, bang on the nose. Letter. Boom. So right out of the gate, who takes the glory for all letters, class? Jesus equals 8 at 8 does. Letter equals 80 exactly. Boom. 80 bang on the nose. So now let's look at the letters in the word letter so that we can see how that is built. And it's so important to look at the letters because then you appreciate how this whole thing is built in the mind of God. Well, every single one of these gems is built out of letters. So here we are solving the word letter. This is really, really important. Well, right off the bat, the word letter has two T's at dead center, which is 40, bang on the nose. T equals 20, so a pair of them is 40. Boom. At dead center, we have exactly half of the value of the whole total. We might as well just go home now. It's already done. We just solved that exactly half of letter is 40. Remember, the grand total is 80. Two T's at the dead center is 40. Well, that means the rest is 40. The L, the E, the L, the E, the E, and the R make 40 also, flanked on either side of the central 40 to bring the grand total to 80 perfectly. And that is the only way you combine it. The two E's are 5 apiece, which make 10 in total. The L is 12, the R is 18. L plus R is 30, plus the two E's. 10 is 40 for the outer 4 letters, and then the two T's in dead center is 40. The grand total is 80. Do you see how God just made that so perfect? It's just totally perfect. The two center letters are the same letter that make 40, and then the rest is 40, 80 in total, perfectly, to the glory of Jesus equals 8 at 8. Now, in fact, there is another way you can split these up for bonus confirmation. You can put an L and a T together, any one of the T's, obviously, to equal 32. And then the rest, E, T, and ER adds to 48. Bonus. And what is particularly interesting about this combination is that it perfectly matches both the 6 days of creation and the 6 letters that make up Jesus equals 8 at 8. That is to say, the first letter pairs with the fourth letter. The second letter pairs with the fifth. They're both the same. Two E's the same. And then the third letter pairs with the sixth. T plus R equals 38. That's a double of the 8th prime. Same value as gold. We've seen it everywhere. It is definitely a pair. So you can pair the letters of the word letter just like you pair the letters of the name Jesus in Greek, which adds to 888 perfectly. And just like the word cosmos in Greek, which summarizes everything that exists in the created universe, created by Jesus, same thing. And just like the 6 days of creation. Day 1 pairs with day 4. Day 2 pairs with day 5. Day 3 pairs with day 6. Well, in all of those words that I just mentioned, letter 1 pairs with letter 4, letter 2 pairs with letter 5, and letter 3 pairs with letter 6. And that's exactly what we are staring at right now before our very eyes in the very English word letter, to the glory of Jesus. Amen. So, no one says the word letter, no one types a letter, no one uses letters, no one writes a book, no one talks about a book, no one publishes, no one says anything in the universe without glorifying Jesus equals 8 at 8, because ultimately everything that we say, everything that we write is composed of letters. And letter equals 80. We just solved the word letter. There you go. So we can all just go home now. Jesus owns everything. And at the very least, we need to start talking about Jesus in our school system. Actually, we need to teach everyone all the mathematical glories of everything in the universe for Jesus. Amen. So there you go. We just took every single letter for the glory of Jesus mathematically. Then you could just keep building on this whole thing with all the other words that God has ordained in in this whole category. There are two kinds of letters, vowel and consonant. That's just what has been by divine ordinance. Man is categorized. God is in total control of the whole story. Well, by divine ordinance, vowel plus consonant adds to 8 times 888. Like, it doesn't get any more obvious than that. It doesn't get any bigger than that. 8 times 888. Hello. Yes. 8 times 24, 8 times 888. That's vowel plus consonant. Well, that summarizes all letters. They're either a vowel or a consonant. There you go. Just add that to the pile. And of course, you can add the word letter to that combination as well. Now, this is awesome. So, how are letters put together? Well, what's amazing is that ultimately it's letters that are put together, built, spelled, to make the words and the communication that we have. Build equals 48. Arrange equals 64. Spell equals 64. Row equals 56. Line equals 40. All of these words that describe a building of words from the letters all divide by 8 perfectly. So marvel that the word arrange, for example, because letters are just arranged. You've got a set of letters, 26. You arrange them in words, and that's what God has done. So marvel that the word arrange equals 64, and the word spell equals 64. That's basically the definition of all language. It's a bunch of letters that are arranged, i.e. spelled, in a specific order. Arrange equals 64. Spell equals 64. Build equals 48. All of these words divide by 8 gloriously. And words of like row and line, a line of text, a row of letters, a line of letters, a row of letters. Row and line are 56 and 40 respectively, both divide by 8. So it's all of this brilliant terminology that divides by 8 to the glory of Jesus equals 888. And we can just keep going and going and going, basically.